welcome to the LaCroix Hour. We're not really sponsoring them, but we do like to drink them every now and then.
LaCroix, you know you need one.
It's delicious.
And fantastic. And it makes you belch. Like,
Uncontrollably.
Yes, it will cause uncontrollable belching. Get yours today. Please note,
We're not sponsored by them.
Yes, and we are not responsible if you do have uncontrollable belching, farting, or sneezing, or whatever else it may cause.
That is pretty much all.
Thank you. Anyway,
so now we got that PSA out of the way.
Now that we had a word from our not real sponsor, which they're not sponsoring us. We just happen to have LaCroix here because it's hot in this room, right, dude?
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, would you do the Once Upon a Time thing for our topic today? Oh, before we do that, dude, let's introduce ourselves. Just so if you guys are not familiar, my name is A. Goldman or Aaron Goldman,
and I am DJ Lewis or Dante or
Lewis,
whatever you want to call me.
So that's who we are. If you're wondering who we are, and this is what we do, right, dude?
Yep, this is basically our podcast, our baby.
Yep, Nerdz of the decade. Yep. And if you guys can't tell, I have terrible allergies. So if my voice sounds weird or I sound stuffy or whatever, or you hear me making dad noises, that is why. Just to let you guys know. Yeah, I'm not a grandpa, but I might sound like a grandpa.
Exactly.
Anyway, so dude, would you like to do the Once Upon a Time? What is it? It's In a World thing, right? Because that goes well with our title today, right, Dante?
Yep.
So go ahead, dude. I will let you, since everyone loves your announcer voice, dude. Go ahead, do the In a World.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Go ahead, dude.
In a world where live-action anime goes wrong, two guys talk about it
On
and
a
discuss
podcast.
what could be done to make it right.
Yep.
You're watching when live-action anime goes wrong on Nerdz of the Decade, number 11.
Yep. So get ready.
It's gonna be gnarly.
Yep. Things are gonna go horribly.
South.
I like that. I was gonna say horribly wrong, but you sound like that. Things are gonna go south.
Things are gonna go south.
All right, dude. So with that, dude, let's get into it, dude. What's your okay, dude? Where do you want to go with this one? Because this is gonna get gritty,
man.
right, dude?
Yeah, I know that the relationship between anime and Hollywood has gone south as of late. So
Going south.
all right, dude. Honestly, I'm probably gonna tell you like this. I think a lot of anime fans have a bone to pick with Hollywood.
Oh yeah, dude, and more than just a bone because of what's going on with Hollywood and how they've been producing anime movies, but horribly, epically failing at a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're trying to give it that good old college try, but when it comes to anime, you really can't. It's almost you almost can't even give. How can I put this? You can't do the Marvel treatment with an anime movie.
That's true. Cases. Yeah, that's very true. You can't. Yeah, it doesn't work very well.
Yeah, I would probably say that in cases like this, there's probably been at least. All right, I'm gonna give you at least maybe 4, 5, 6. Maybe 7 titles that Hollywood may have tried to adapt, and it hasn't really gone as well as we thought.
No, it has not. Okay, so dude, go ahead. With that, go ahead. Give us some titles. Now,
alrighty.
Remember, Dante, there are those ones that nobody mentions. For example, well, you know what I'm talking about, the Dragon Ball film. The one that shall not be named because it is so bad.
No one shall name it.
Yeah.
It shall remain
It shall remain.
It is banned from anime society forever.
Exactly.
It belongs in the shadow realm, never to be spoken of again.
It's like, I will banish you to the shadow realm. And so,
exactly.
Yo.
All right, so dude.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I had to make something kind of funny comment in there. No, I'm not insulting Yu-Gi-Oh fans. I'm just poking fun at the Yu-Gi-Oh name.
Yeah, of course, also the Shadow Realm. Because, I mean, hey, we used to watch it back in the day. So.
Yep. banished to the Nether Realm. Right, dude? Yeah.
The Nether region.
Nether region. Your Nether regions.
Jeez.
Banished to your Nether regions.
That sounds like it hurts.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, some of these movies do hurt when you watch them.
Yeah, they do. All right, so...
You will be in physical pain when watching some of these live-action adoptions, right?
Well, I mean, your eyes will be in physical pain.
Yes, your eyes will be in physical pain. You might get forks in your eyes.
Yeah. All right, dude. So I'm gonna give you one.
Yep.
Speed Racer, the live adaptation of Speed Racer.
Horrible. Oh, sorry. Did I say that? All right.
Well. Oh, man. Okay. I mean, I actually kind of did get the chance to see it.
Yeah. What did you think, dude?
Well, how can I put this? I mean, they did really give a good try. I mean, I'm not really mad at the actors because I think the actors did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, they tried
with what they had.
They gave it their best shot.
But I think maybe not just a little bit of research on the story, but I think thirsty. But
dude, drink a LaCroix. You got one right there, dude. Come on, man.
I know.
You did that whole shtick about LaCroix and you ain't even drinking one. Come on, dude.
All right, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, I'm not really mad at the actors for, trying and, going through everything that they're supposed to be going through, like following the director's orders and stuff like that. But I think probably maybe the director might have done either a little bit of research or kind of got the creator of the show involved just a little bit.
You mean they should have gotten the creator, right? Yeah, of course. They definitely... I feel like you're right. I think it's not the actor's faults. I think it's more of... the production studio should have been connecting with the actual original writer, Japanese writer, and also producers that did the anime,
right?
So that they could better understand the story to do a better live action adoption. When you look at like Rurouni Kenshin, right? The Japanese did it.
That live action actually was really good.
Yeah, their live action version of Rurouni Kenshin, the stunts were incredible, and the characters looked like and followed. It wasn't exact, but it was very similar to what the anime was, which is good. There were some things that were different, but I mean, yeah, for the most part, you could still tell it was Rurouni Kenshin. When the American guys did it over here, when our actors did it over here, they went way off with the story, and it wasn't anything. I didn't even know we had an American live action version of it. I think they did once, but it was really, really bad. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, though. Maybe there wasn't, but I think there was one that they tried to come out with. But it wasn't very good, and it didn't work too well because they didn't really connect with the Japanese writers and directors, like you were saying. It wasn't the actors' fault.
No.
It was more of like the writers and creators who didn't connect with the original Japanese writers or producers that did the anime. So we didn't really understand the story. Same thing with Ghost in the Shell, dude. Which I actually own the Ghost in the Shell movie. Actually, it's on the shelf somewhere up here. I have a Blu-ray of it.
Ghost in the Shell actually did try. They did get the Japanese director in.
They did talk to the director of the anime, and they did work in league with one of the guys who I think was one of the Japanese actors. I think who did one of the characters in Ghost in the Shell. Right. And so they did try. The only thing they didn't do well was the.
There were a couple missteps.
Yeah, a couple, and also in the story, they mixed a couple elements in the story that should have been.
I know they tried to go in like a new direction. With some of the things,
which it didn't work because it didn't make sense. Like people didn't understand it unless you watched the anime, which is like terrible. They should have, whenever you're doing, and everyone knows that when you do a new story or whatever, or you're introducing your audience to a new story, it's best to go with the original direction of the original story because that's what a lot of people might be familiar with, or that's what people are going to be used to when you're introducing it. Is always go with the original storyline. So that people can follow that easier. It's easier to pick up one. Now, if they try to do a sequel, it would be horribly terrible because not only did the first live-action Ghost in the Shell movie fail, but they wouldn't be able to do a sequel because the storyline is so scrambled up that you couldn't make sense of it. You couldn't follow it, especially with a different villain. Laughing. I think it was Laughing Coffin was the villain in Ghost in the Shell. Originally, the original villain. Yeah, I think. No. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. It was something else. There's another villain. It was Laughing something. I can't remember Laughing Coffin is the Laughing Coffin is the name of the villain from SAO. I'm sorry. The one in Ghost in the Shell was something else. I can't remember the name of the original villain actually offhand, but it was something, and they didn't do that. They did a different villain for the live action, which didn't work out well. But no, dude, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Right. I mean, for whatever reason, I think I think when it comes to anime, especially when they're trying to do like a live action anime, I feel like Hollywood cuts a lot of corners.
Yes, they do.
Have you noticed that in a lot of the live adaptations that they do?
Okay, so like you said, dude, you can't give anime the Marvel treatment. It doesn't work too well, right? But I think you're also right in that they cut a lot of corners with who. First of all, I think they cut corners with who they get to play the roles, because if you think about it, right, like they get kind of. And I hate to say this, but it gets to be.
I mean, it really wouldn't hurt if you know a lot of the actors, the directors take a little bit of time, because if they're going to do like a live action or adaptation, at least maybe try to look at the source material before you actually, you know, like
true. And then also don't be so picky.
Just so you can get an idea of where you're going.
Yeah, don't be so picky as to who you get to play the role. Just as long as they're a good actor and they can play the role well, who cares where they're from or like what race they're? Who gives a dang?
Yeah,
you know
what ethnicity they're from.
Yeah, it's like just get someone who can play the role well.
If they can do the job well, go with it.
Go with it. Yeah, who cares where they're from or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely go with it.
But yeah, I mean that's one thing I think that they could you're right, they do cut corners, and I feel like they could do better. You know what I mean?
They could actually. Let me see. Oh my gosh.
What else?
We'll get to the forbidden one.
The forbidden.
But I'll give you another one. Death Note.
Oh, Death Note. Oh, dude. Quick, funny teaser and interruption.
Again, we're not sponsored by LaCroix. We just like to drink their products.
Yes, we do. And it's very, very hot in here, guys. That's why we're drinking so much.
Exactly.
So if we pee a lot, that's our own fault.
If this dude pees a lot, it's definitely his own fault. But I think with I also did get a chance to see a little bit of the live action Death Note.
Yeah, what'd you think, dude? Was it good, bad? What's your? I mean, of course it bombed probably. But,
there were like 3 different Ryuks.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that came close to the original was the very first one they did, not the Netflix adaptation, because I'm a little pissed at that one.
I heard that one was really bad, the Netflix adaptation. It wasn't great. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's another issue that I have.
Which one was the one where they just like gave him a black face with like just dots for lights for eyes?
I think that might have been the Netflix adaptation.
That
was the Netflix adaptation.
It looked like they covered his head with a sheet and just put like 2 little lights in the sheet, and like that was it. It was so bad.
It looks like the thing that hides under your bed from 5th grade.
Yeah, really, it's funny.
So apparently, like. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm a little peeved off about when Netflix decides to jump into the live action thing.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, guys. Netflix does things good with other stuff, and Netflix has a lot invested in anime, and they are expanding their library.
Yeah, they are.
But they should stay out of making anime into live action.
Not unless you do like some big time research.
True, like
because if you cut corners like Hollywood,
you're
gonna get the hammer from the fans. And burping.
Yes, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. This LaCroix is very.
Jeez, dude. Again, we are not sponsored by these guys.
This LaCroix is very, very fizzy.
Are you really gonna do this throughout the whole video, dude?
No, I'm gonna try not to.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be here all week.
I'll be here all week. Thank you. Oh, class clown right here. No, I'm joking. Oh no. So what I was gonna say is that when you cross that bridge of anime live action, it's like mixing oil and water. Like for certain stories, it just doesn't mix well. It doesn't translate or cross over to a live action film. It just doesn't do well as a live action film. Some things that are animated need to stay animated. There's a reason for why they're animated, right, dude?
Exactly. oh, dude.
Just like things that are fizzy need to stay off of a podcast.
Apparently. I mean, it's kind of just it's just like that time. Oh my God, we all remember this one. It's just like that time Hollywood tried to cut corners with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. We all remember that trailer.
You're talking about with that how do they describe him? They described him as a kid in a costume, right?
Yeah, it's almost like they put like some freaking mascot.
And dude, the worst thing is you could see his ankles. Like you could literally see the guy in the costume's ankles. Like you're like, really?
He's got red Timberlands on.
And then they showed his fingers. His fingers like something out of a horror movie.
Exactly.
Like you never in a in an animated film, you never show the character's hands. There's a reason for that. They always have white gloves or something over their hands.
Right, and we know Sonic is not technically anime, but he is a world famous video game character that everybody knows. But we were just talking about the that time Paramount tried to pull the wool over our eyes.
The only time I think I've ever seen a character, actually no, I should say even on Vocaloids, right? They don't show Vocaloid hands. They always have gloves or that what's that arm piece they have on Dante the Vocaloids?
You mean like the gauntlet?
Yeah, the gauntlet. They always have a gauntlet. Sometimes they show their fingers, but not often.
Yeah, it's not very often.
They usually have the gauntlet over there. It's like a wrist arm thing. It goes up to like the bend in their arm.
Right.
So they still don't show really hands, and there's a reason for that. It makes the character look better when you don't show certain aspects of the character. It's a rule. You just don't show it. You know.
True.
And I guess live action never learned that, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. At least Paramount did manage to go back and correct the mistake that they did make.
Well, so dude, that was after the fans.
Yeah, that was after the outrage.
Yeah,
and I think I might have been a part of it because I'll admit I was a part of the outrage when I saw the trailer. I thought this is absolute, but yeah,
it was complete crap.
But at least Paramount acknowledged that they made a mistake.
They did. And then also, too, to go back and fix it, and also to go back and fix the problem and make it better was actually a really good idea.
And it turned out to be one of the best movies that I ever saw.
Yeah, it actually, and
we both saw
good,
it.
Yeah. They also changed some aspects of the movie because of that, remember?
Yeah, they did.
They actually changed scenes, which I'm glad they did, because actually some of the scenes turned out better. Now, there were some missing pieces in the movie that I felt like, even though they changed the character, they could have still incorporated.
Right. I think with the journey that they were going for that particular movie,
it could have been longer. The movie could have been a lot longer.
Right, and I think they were trying to reintroduce Sonic to like a newer generation that's not really familiar with it.
I own the movie, and I think I own a copy of the little comic that came with it.
And the second one will be coming out next spring. So
we're they actually got the character for the second one correct. Tails. Actually, he looks the way he does in the game, and
Knuckles is in it.
Wow, Knuckles. I didn't know that Knuckles is in it.
Yeah, Knuckles is in it.
Cool. So, dude, what's the next live action film going on?
All right.
Because you mentioned Death Note, and then now we talk about Sonic. Well, Sonic was actually Sonic started out wrong, but went actually good. So
actually, Sonic had a '90s live action. That one was super terrible.
Oh wow. Well, dude, what's the next anime film?
We've already covered Ghost in the Shell. We covered Death Note. I think.
Yeah,
we've already done Speed Racer.
Yep.
Let me see. There's actually a couple more. Devilman.
Wow. Oh yeah, Devilman, yeah.
That one came out from Toei Animation in 1972.
Wow, 1972?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Devilman, in the anime, it was really good. The anime was great.
But when live action Hollywood tried to...
It says one of the worst live action anime manga adaptations of all time. Wow. Although, you know what? I would say there's still one that tops that, dude.
There is.
You know which one I'm talking about. There is. The Dragon Ball...
Now, guys...
The Dragon Ball...
I know you
live
really...
action that should not be named.
I know that we shouldn't really name this particular one because it might either make you...
Physically sick? Yes.
Either physically sick, turn to dust...
Yep.
Or fart uncontrollably.
Or you could have a belching spasm that could put you into a coma, which is possible.
So I basically it'll just go by code name Evolution. You guys already know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, if you really want me to spell it out for you, I could, but I don't think you need me to do that.
No, we don't have to. We're just gonna talk Evolution because you already know what we're talking about.
That one was so Evolution. Bad. Yeah.
Okay. How do we want to destroy this one?
I don't know, dude. I feel like we should kind of do a hilariosity
because I think all fans will probably agree that Evolution was one of the. I'm gonna let you take this one.
As someone who is great at breaking down things, right, and kind of ripping apart stuff, right. You could call me a critic if you want.
Yeah.
But I will say this, okay? The dude who played Goku looks like he is he just like.
Either he just got out the shower.
I was gonna say it looks like he
just got out the shower.
No. I mean that was funny, but no, I'm gonna say it looks like his hair. Like it seriously looks like he got into like a weird fight with like a weed whacker.
In other words, you got in the fight
like,
to the hairdryer, and the hairdryer won.
Yeah, it looks like he just finished mowing his lawn, and like he whacked it. He got like in a weird fight, and the weed whacker like whacked his head a few times, and like it just looks terrible. His hair looks awful.
And first of all, when have you ever seen Goku coming from a house party?
Yeah, I know. Like it like seriously looks like he was at like a nightclub and had sex with like 20 people.
Exactly.
And like his hair just ended up sticking, like they got something sticky in his hair. And
Goku
like,
doesn't wear skinny jeans.
Yeah, I know, really. And like like he doesn't wear skinny jeans, and like when does he ever like it's just like it's terrible.
And Bulma's hair wasn't even blue.
Yeah, really. Yeah, no, now it is actually in Super. It is blue.
Yeah, it is.
That was her original hair color, but
yeah, but I'm talking about Evolution though.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, they really messed it up. Yeah. But
yeah,
dude. And then also the story was like, okay. So first thing about the story was in Evolution they messed up the story so badly to the point where it's not even Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z anymore.
It basically looks like something that three stoned college kids probably just threw together.
Yeah, it's like if you put three monkeys that were like super high, like on acid in a room and like asked them to like come up with a Dragon Ball film, that's probably what they would come up with.
Yeah. that basically takes it's almost like taking everything that a lot of hardcore fans dislike about Dragon Ball and putting it into movie format.
Yeah,
having Hollywood be the director of the whole thing.
Yep. You know what? If you guys really want to see a really good breakdown of this movie, Chris Stuckman on his channel. If you go back, because
Chris Stuckman actually does a better job. So shout out to him.
He doesn't do them anymore, but he really does a good breakdown of just how bad this Dragon Ball Evolution, the show, one review that shall not be named, and we're just gonna call it Evolution. Exactly. How bad it was. He does a really good breakdown, but these are just our thoughts on some of these.
And let me and dude, let me also tell you this. Yeah. Let me also tell you this. You effed up a movie so bad when you have to apologize for it.
Yeah, really.
When you have to publicly apologize to everyone who saw the movie in theaters, you messed up.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, dude, did they apologize for the Devilman thing? Because that was pretty bad too.
Not that I know of, but definitely for Evolution. Like about several weeks after the movie came in theaters and it got a crappy video game and all that.
Yeah.
I was reading something online where the director of Evolution actually had to publicly apologize for the atrocity. Yeah, the absolute atrocity.
Yeah.
That he showed that he pretty much showed us.
Wow, dude! I wonder what Toriyama thought of Dragon Ball Evolution. If Toriyama probably was so angry,
you better hope to God he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I hope he hasn't. But he was probably so mad and probably pissed because like they like pretty much trash his like franchise and like his life's work, and they just put in this trashy.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed too if this is what you gave me.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, I'd be angry and so ready, totally so ready to sue if I was Toriyama, like sue the entire like production team, right? Or the writer who came up with Dragon Ball Evolution, be like, I'm suing you for every penny because you destroyed my like life's work.
And the funny thing is, immediately after the backlash, there were like several other fan made Dragon Ball.
I watched some of those. Like there's still ones. If you look up Dragon Ball live action films, right? Fan made.
Ones?
Yeah, there's some really, really good ones.
The fan made ones were actually. Yeah. There were thousands of people online that said the fan made ones were actually better than
they were.
Like
there's like some fan made trailers for live action Dragon Ball movies that are actually look really nice. Like that actually get it right, and the story looks good, and even the city and like the CGI is so well done that you can hardly tell.
Right, I even saw the one with Cell and Trunks. I saw that one.
I did too. I think I watched part of that one. I watched one with Frieza and Goku fighting, which was really good. That was really well done. So yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like I said, if you gotta apologize for the crap storm that you made.
Yeah, really.
Let's just say you adapting anime in Hollywood is probably not a good fit for
you. That's like that. You do remember that movie called Sharknado? That's probably like that one, right?
Well, surprisingly, Sharknado did get about 5, 6, 7 sequels.
Yeah, but it was terrible, dude.
Even though it's a B movie that's not that you really aren't supposed to take seriously.
Yeah.
If it's something fun, then I'd say go for it. But Sharknado is just one of those things that you know it's bad, but it's not really meant to be taken seriously.
So I mean, like, dude, like, okay, so if you let me ask you something. Okay, while we're talking about horrible movies that fit, horrible anime films,
or in this case, actually, Sharknado did a lot of spoofs, even with their movie movie covers. They did the one with Star Wars, the when the Empire Strikes Back or the Last Jedi.
Yeah, so while we're talking about live action anime that's failed horribly, right?
Yeah.
If you had to rate, okay, the live action anime that has failed compared to some of the worst movies, right, that have come out, right? So, for example, if you had to rate Sharknado compared to one of the other live action anime films that has failed, which do you think would rate worse? Some of the live action anime adaptations or Sharknado?
Dude, if I had to choose between Sharknado and Evolution,
I
would freaking rather watch Sharknado.
Okay, and how about to Death Note? If you had to watch one of the terrible Death Note live action movies to Sharknado, which one would you pick? Would you pick Sharknado over Death Note, or would you pick Death Note over Sharknado?
Still go with Sharknado.
Okay, so that kind of gives you guys an idea of just how bad some of the anime adaptations.
Yeah, if you end up picking the Sharknado franchise over Evolution or Death Note, or even Speed Racer for that matter, then you already know. You already know what direction you might want to head.
Oh yeah, and like so that's weird because like you know how people complain about anime airing on Toonami, right, and stuff like that, and how they're not airing enough classics, right? I'd be complaining more about the live action
when Hollywood gets involved.
Yeah, when Hollywood gets involved, than it would over what airs on Toonami. You know what I mean? Although you know what, I in all fairness, right, I have to say that that there is still that balance that needs to be there with stuff that airs on TV. You still need a good balance of new and old. So I mean, but although I also have to say that more people need to come forward and kind of, I guess, slap Hollywood in
the face.
Yeah, do what Goku does to Frieza in the class. Remember in the Funimation novel where he's like, "I'm gonna slap some sense into you," dude. Like you see Frieza's head like this, and it's like,
oh yeah, oh man, that's even funny.
Yeah, like some of these,
he literally does it.
Some of these directors who are directing like need to like snap, like wake up and drink some really strong coffee. Or like do something like
or wake up and smell the flowers. Come on, man.
It's like
get up.
Yeah, like call up the Japanese writer or like get your connections in order and like get the Japanese involved.
And actually take some time to invest in the fan base and source material.
Yeah, like learn about the story and learn about the how it's supposed to be. That way, when you do the adaptation,
the execution won't be utter crap.
Yeah, exactly. You can do it right and not have to apologize, like you said.
Exactly.
for the complete garbage that you're throwing out into the world, right? That people have to kind of get sick over every time they hear the name. You know?
Yeah, so I mean if you want to save yourself from backlash, maybe do some research, learn about the story a little more, maybe talk to the creator so you can get an idea of what you're going for.
I would say even talk to the fan base.
Yeah, like, exactly.
If some of these Hollywood writers and some of these producers would get in touch with the fan base, even the fan base would tell you, hey, look, we've watched the anime, we've grown up with this stuff, like we know the story. If you're looking for advice or help,
or even get some of the high-ranking fan base or high-ranking individuals or some of the anime reviewers involved.
Yeah, I mean, and people who who review or who know the story well, get them involved and like. And like at least do some research and get a better idea of the story.
Exactly.
All right, dude. So what else besides Evolution, Dante? What else?
Yeah. So, dude, we actually covered Evolution, Ghost in the Shell, Death Note, Speed Racer. Surprisingly, I didn't even know that they actually did a live adaptation of Assassination Classroom.
Really?
I have not seen that one. I don't know if that one's good or bad.
From what I heard, it looked like... This is just what I heard. I'm not sure if this is true because I've never actually seen it. But from what I heard, it looked like it looked like Koro Sensei was just an action figure. And they just made him look big. You know how Power Rangers does that cool thing where they make the action figures huge? That's what I heard it looked like. Because it looked like literally either they dressed a dude up in a suit right? And like just like
or basically he looks like a blow up doll.
Yeah, or like he was just like this. He looks like either a blow up doll or just an action figure.
It looks like something that you would bring to a kid's party, but all the kids would be terrified to touch it.
Okay, so like literally, dude, as we look at the picture of the live action version of him, it literally looks like they took a styrofoam head, cut a hole in it, put some eye holes in it, and painted it orange. And just stuck it on someone's head. Like it really does not look great. It looks terrible.
Exactly.
Yep.
But yeah, I think all in all, if I were to grade Hollywood with the way that they handle adaptations, you guys are getting an F. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys are getting an F.
Epic fail.
You guys maybe do a little, not even a little. Y'all got to do better.
Come really, on, a lot. I mean, like, dude, like
because if you don't want the anime fan bases to come after you, please do better.
Yes, exactly.
Do better.
And that's pretty much the point we're trying to make by kind of ripping apart and kind of making fun of all of the live action films, is that like it can be done so much better. Like I will say this, right, dude? If there are fans out there that have less money than Hollywood and they can do a better job, of doing a live action adaptation, then Hollywood can definitely do a hell of a lot better, right, dude?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
And stop cheaping out on stuff. Like seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
don't cheap out on everything.
So like I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm gonna say this, but I keep staring at the evolution version of Goku.
I know.
And I swear, like it seriously looks like that. Like,
we're not even gonna show you the picture because you guys already know what it looks like. I mean, like,
dude, it seriously looks like
we wouldn't put you guys through that torture.
It seriously looks like he just went through like the roughest sex night in like Las Vegas ever. Like, it's terrible.
In this case, he kind of went through a car wash, but
it only finished halfway through.
It didn't even, yeah, for some reason, like
he went through a car wash.
The gear stuff. You're gonna have to come out. We're gonna have to dry you off, hand dry you.
And he got like something stuck in his hair. It looks like like someone chewed a wad of bubble gum, spit it in his hair, then went and spun him through a car wash.
You look like he looks like he got a bad haircut from a blind barber. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, or just a weed whacker. Someone took a weed whacker to his head and like only whacked off part of the hair. Yeah.
He looks like he got his hair cut by an 8-year-old.
That's funny. Haircut by an 8. Yeah, it does look like it. Yeah, like literally, it looks like his 8-year-old kid like got into a fight with scissors.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny. That was
what? His 8-year-old kid got into a fight.
No, he got his hair cut by 8-year-old.
Yeah,
that was kind of funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. I mean, for my final thoughts, all I could say is Hollywood, do your homework before you even think about putting another movie out.
Yes, please do some research. Please get in touch with the original creators and just do better. Like, this is terrible. I mean, like, dude,
we're not trying to come down on it. Well, actually, we are. But
we are coming down, but we're doing it for a good reason. We're trying to say that it can be better. There's always there's ways you can improve. It can be done a lot better.
Yeah.
And so that's
you guys have the money to do it, so no excuses.
Yeah, I mean, like if Hollywood saw some of the fan made movies that are out there, some of the fans don't have that much money to do this.
And plus, if you guys are able to redo Sonic, and it turned out to be the best thing that ever came out of 2020, then you guys can do the same thing with
the anime films.
Anime
and
films.
It's like now that anime is global, right, dude?
Yeah, now it's mainstream.
Global, there should be enough. There should be enough cash flow in some of these large, since some of these Hollywood companies have been eating each other, literally eating each other. They've been buying each other out, right?
Exactly.
There should be enough cash flow to do a pretty good live action anime adaptation and actually make it decent. To, make it worth watching. Anything else that we missed, dude? Was there any other ones that we missed? Because you mentioned the. Well,
I know. There's Parasite, the live action Parasite.
So, dude, did you ever see the Parasite film?
I was able to see a little bit of it.
Okay.
I mean, the Japanese live action really wasn't half bad, actually.
That's what I had heard.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But of course, we already seen Rurouni Kenshin, all 3 live action movies.
How about Akira? Did they ever do a live action Akira movie? Was there ever? Because I heard there might have been plans to do one. I think
they did. I'm not sure if they actually did though.
Yeah.
But let's see. Oh wow, we're almost coming at 35 minutes.
Oh wow.
But I mean, again, guys,
Naruto. Didn't they do a live action Naruto movie?
No, they haven't. This one's more
Okay.
of like a live action fan thing.
Yeah, and then Bleach. I heard there were plans to do a live action Bleach movie. I don't know if they ever did it or not, though. Right, dude?
I think Japan might have, but if America tries to take a shot at it,
Yeah,
please,
I heard
please don't.
Some of the yeah. What were you gonna say? Wait, go ahead.
I was gonna say, look, if America tries to take a shot at it, don't do what y'all did for Evolution.
Yes, please.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that was so
yeah,
bad.
don't do what you did.
No, but I heard that that some of the Japanese live action ones, the stunts were incredible, and they actually did pull off the looks pretty decent. It wasn't perfect, but they at least got the actors and like the makeup pretty good. Like makeup and the outfit was pretty accurate. You know what I mean, in the Japanese version.
Right, definitely.
So which is good. And the stunts were incredible. That was one of the things with one of the Rurouni Kenshin live action films, the Japanese live action films, actually had like the outfits looked pretty dang good, and the stunts were incredible. Like the things they could pull off, just the stunts and the stuff that they did in the film were pretty impressive, and the fight scenes were good too. So
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah,
Hollywood.
Yeah,
please do better.
If we do it here, if the American, if
Japan,
American
if Japan could do it that, but America, yeah, do better.
Yeah, really, do some research. Yeah,
listen to the fan base.
Yep. Call up Japanese writers and directors and be like, hey, look.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything like that, but come on now, y'all can do way better.
So, dude, any other thing that we didn't get a chance to cover? Anything else you want to mention, Dante?
I think we're kind of good.
Yeah. What about Yu-Gi-Oh, dude? Did they ever do a Yu-Gi-Oh live action? Oh my god, that'd be weird if they did a Yu-Gi-Oh live action version.
Okay.
Can you imagine that, dude?
Honestly, that would actually be.
It would literally be
kind of.
It would be.
Oh my gosh.
It would be weird, but dude, it would literally.
I'm not trying to picture what America would do if they
I know
were
what they
to
would
do
do.
like that.
I know exactly what they would do. Okay, so picture this one. Okay.
All right.
Picture two dudes, right? Two dudes like 35 years old, long beard, long hair, right? Sitting at a desk with like a Rubik's cube that's in the shape of a square that has a light in it, and like another dude with like his hair that looks like he stuck his head in an electrical socket, and like a bunch of maybe like I don't know.
They wouldn't even
glitter.
get the wig right.
Yeah, bunch of black glitter. They have them playing cards like I summon you, and then all of a sudden have this like projector with the monster on it.
Yeah, it'd be like some terrible CGI looking cat dragon.
Yeah, and it would be like in someone's like basement, right? Like some like old grandma's basement. Anyway.
Oh my god, you might be describing some of us that actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the basement.
That sounds more like Dungeons and Dragons.
That sounds way too accurate.
I'm not trying to make fun of anyone who plays card games, right? Don't get me wrong, I played a lot of card games.
Yeah, D&D is awesome.
Yeah, and D&D is really cool. If you get into D&D, it's really awesome. We were just poking fun at the live action, like what they would do if they were doing a live action Yu-Gi-Oh movie, right?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
But no, I played the Digimon card game, and Dante over here has played the. You've played a lot of card games, haven't you, dude?
I played Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, a little bit of Digimon.
Yeah, and then you also played the Dragon Ball Z card game.
A little bit of that one too.
So yeah, I mean, like, we're not trying to poke fun at anyone playing card games. We were just,
Yeah, it's just one of our funny thing stuff.
Yep.
But dude, I think that pretty much covers it on my end. Did you have any final thoughts?
Okay, the final thought I would have for when live action anime films go horrible or go horribly wrong, is just look, I would love to see a decent or a really good, well done live action anime film for once. Like, don't make it the horrible trash that it is now. Make it better, do better. Like,
it can be better, but
no, you're probably never gonna get exactly like the anime is. It probably won't ever be exact. But I feel like, hey, if you're gonna do it, at least make it good. If Sonic can be fixed like he was, then there's no reason why they couldn't do a really good Master Roshi or a decent decent live action
decent
film,
Goku,
decent Goku, or a decent version of like just Ghost in the Shell, dude, a decent one,
Yeah, it can be done. It's just gonna take a lot of work.
Yep. Anyway, dude, with that, should we end this?
Yep, I think we are golden, ready to go.
Yeah, we've goofed off quite enough.
Yeah, we have.
To be honest, though, dude, this is one of the most fun ones that I think we've done.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, yeah. So, guys, we hope you like this. And, dude,
again, like, subscribe, because there's always new videos dropping every single week.
Yep.
Don't miss them.
Yeah, we always have some cool, fun stuff to talk about for you guys. And then also, don't forget to go check out all the write-ups on DNAanimeblog.com.
Yep.
Dante, you do our write-ups for DNAanimeblog.com, and then you and I always talk about
definitely.
stuff. But, well, what would you recommend one? If you had to recommend something right now, what would you recommend people to go check out, dude?
All right, real quick. I would probably recommend you guys can jump on, like, the top 5, because there's a button for that. Then we got alternative filler posts. I do a lot of Founders' Thoughts. So those are kind of like my own personal thoughts on life, anime, what they could have done better in Hollywood, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely if you guys get a chance, jump on the blog, check out some of the stuff I wrote.
And then you can also jump on Instagram. We do behind the scenes, and you can jump on Instagram and watch some of the behind the stuff that we get into some funny, goofy stuff and talk about things. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, dude, that's...
until that note, that'll pretty much end it for number 11, our little bit of extended episode.
Yep.
So, yep, until next time, stay nerdy, and Hollywood, do better.
Yes, please. Yes.
Or we're coming for you.
Yes, or we'll find you.
We will find you and eat you.
And rip out your brains.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
All right, guys.
Man.
Peace. Stay nerdy.
Yep.